Okay, today we're going to be heading back to the wall maze map on the playground, and we're going to go through the maze, but in this way we're going to do it a lot different. Today we're going to learn how to use sensors. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to explain to you what a bumper sensor is, and we're going to tell our robot how to use it. This first assignment is going to be basically kind of copying what I do. So number 8 here this week, this first assignment, you're going to basically end up with the same program I do, and you're going to submit it here. Okay, let's read what it says. We're going to learn about bumper sensors. They allow us to detect when the robot has actually run up against or ran into an object. All right. Carefully watch this video, which explains the entire assignment. Okay, you're doing that right now. Good for you. Open this website, the VEXVR website. So let's do that right now. Okay, we got our window open. Step 3. Change your name of your program to your name and Bumper Maze 1. Okay, cool. Jeremy, well, you know, let's capitalize my own first name, huh? Bumper Maze 1. Now we call it Bumper Maze. I'll show you in a second why. We'll rename that. Okay, so what the heck is a bumper? And what does it do? Well, you might have noticed this on the robot. I'll load this up and go to, and then, you know, the next thing they told us to do, if you remember, is we're going to load up the wall maze playground, okay? And it says we have to get to square 1 on the wall maze program, just like the video. But listen, you can't type in the numbers for how far the robot goes anymore. Instead, I'm going to teach you how to use the bumper sensors so you don't have to do that. It makes it actually, all you need to worry about is go forward until you hit a wall, turn left, or turn right. That's all you got to do. Let me show you how to do that. It's a little bit different. All right, so I'm going to change this to the wall maze. Good, it's loading up now. I had troubles loading this a little bit earlier. Okay, now what are these bumper sensors that I'm talking about? Well, let's take a look. First of all, let's take a look at this thing. We'll be able to see them right on the front of our robot if we're careful. So you see these two sensors that say VEX on there? They just look like a little box. But in reality, what they are is these are buttons. Now think about it. If you had a button sticking out the front of your robot, when the button goes up and it hits and the robot hits against a wall, it's going to press that button. And the robot's going to know, like, hey, something's in the way. So basically, instead of telling it, go forward 250 millimeters, turn left, go forward 500 millimeters. No. Instead, we're going to be like, hey, man, use your brains. You got a sensor now. Go forward until you hit a wall. Then we'll talk about turning. That's all it is. And it's these little bumper sensors here. For this assignment, we're just going to use the left one. For the next assignment we do, we might use both of them. So we're going to use this left bumper sensor, and when it hits the wall, it's going to press this button. I know it doesn't look like a button, but it is. It's going to press the button because the wall hits the button and it presses, okay? All right, so let's check out how to do this real quick. So first things first, I am going to, because we're kind of new at this and I want to be able to walk you through it, I'm actually not going to speed up my robot. You can do that if you want to, but I'm not going to. All right, first things first. Let's refresh our map here. Our robot does need to turn right 90 degrees, so we're going to do that. Just like normal, this is the same as we normally would. Turn right for 90 degrees. Okay, cool. We got that done. Now, this is where things get different. Now, look, here's the problem with this. We're going to, instead of use drive forward for 200 millimeters, we're going to use the drive forward without anything after it thing. See this? Drive forward. It just says drive forward. Now look, if we leave it like this, the robot is going to keep driving forward forever. It's going to try to climb the wall and it's going to probably tip itself over. Let's see what happens. I mean, you don't want to do this, but I just want to show you what would happen if you did. Turn right, drive forward forever. And the robot just gets stuck. You can see it's still hitting, it's still running and it's moving and oh, there he goes. See? Not what we want. Okay, cool. So what we did is we told the robot to drive forward forever, but we forgot to tell it, like, hey, drive forward until the bumper presser gets pressed. So what you do is when you want it to drive forward until the bumper presser gets pressed, or the bumper sensor gets pressed, what we're going to do is we're going to add drive forward, and we go down here. Here it is. It's called wait until. You should think of these two as one chunk. Drive forward until something happens. Who knows what? Well, we're going to tell it what. And what's going to happen is we're going to go down See this one? Bumper sensing. So we're going to put this in here, in this little piece right here. And grab this one. It says left bumper pressed, and it's a question mark. So look, what we're telling it to do is drive forward until the left bumper, which is that little button on the front, is pressed. Okay, easy enough. Let's see if that worked. Does our robot stop this time when it goes up against the wall? Let's take a look. No, didn't seem to work. Let's try that again. Sorry. Oh, I see. We didn't tell it to do anything after that. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry about that, guys. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put a right turn in there. Otherwise, it just kind of keeps going, I think. Or no, a left turn. So we need to turn left. So let's try that out. Boom. Oh, okay, cool. That worked there. So it looks like you actually do have to put something after it. Otherwise, it's going to be like, hey, well, there's nothing else to do, so just keep driving forward. So this is the chunk that we want, right? Drive forward until it's pressed and turn left. Okay, cool. Now, we want to tell it now to drive forward until something's pressed and turn right. Don't work hard. Work smart. Remember we talked about the duplicate. Do you want to? If you want to, you can go ahead and you can put the drive forward and put it all out. But I'm going to show you. Remember, the easier way is if you click here, it's going to duplicate this stuff. So you right click and duplicate it and throw that right on the bottom there. Okay. So you see these are in chunks really. Drive forward, hit the wall, bumper's going to get pressed, and then turn left 90 degrees. Drive forward, hit the wall, bumper's going to get pressed, and then turn right for 90 degrees. Put these back together. I was just taking them apart to show you the chunks of it. Okay, so let's get going here. Right, and go. Forward, bumper's pressed, turn left. Forward, bumper gets pressed, turn right. Okay, now we need to just go forward, right. Oh, okay, that's cool. We have that right here. Duplicate. Put that here. So we're going to go forward and wait until the left bumper is pressed. And again, remember, don't put this one out here that has the numbers on it. We don't want to wait for numbers. We want to wait until the bumper gets pressed. Okay, let's see how that works. Right turn, forward, bumper pressed, left turn, forward, bumper gets pressed, right turn, forward, bumper gets pressed, right turn. Okay, cool. We need another one that's going to go forward and turn right again. Right click and duplicate from here. And so we got drive forward until the bumper gets pressed and turn right again. Let's try that. So you see, we're just, instead of putting in numbers, we're just letting this robot go until it hits the wall. Hit the wall. Okay, now we just need to go forward until the bumper gets pressed. We don't need a turn at the end of this one, but that's fine. I'm going to right click and duplicate, tack that on the bottom, and I'm just going to get rid of the turn at the end. We don't need that. And this should be it. This should be it for our program, I think. Oh, and we have to tell it to stop because otherwise it'll just keep going, right? And then stop the project after that. Okay, here we go. Right turn. Yep, got pressed, turn left. Got pressed, turn right. Go forward. Got pressed, turn right. Bumper got pressed, turn right. Bumper got pressed, end the program, stop the project. So that's how you do it. This is the program that I would like you guys to be turning in to me. Okay, so now it's time for you to download this. So make sure your name's in here and it says Bumper Maze after your name, because then it'll have that file name on the folder, or excuse me, in the downloads folder, it'll be named that, that particular file name. So then you're going to go to share with me, and that's going to download it as a PDF. You're going to go over here to this assignment, the Bumper Maze, and submit the assignment right here. And go down here to choose file. And there it is, Jeremy Woodchick Bumper Maze #1. I'm going to open that up. And I'm not done yet. I still have to click Submit Assignment. So it's chosen the file, and that's the one I want to submit. Cool. So in the next little assignment that we have, we're going to be using those bumper sensors even more, and we're going to combine it with the loop block that we learned about last week. All right.